The next skill that we want to learn when dealing with fractions is how to find the greatest common factor of a pair of numbers. Sometimes we'll see a pair of numbers just by themselves, other times we'll see a pair of numbers in a fraction. So first off, when we're looking for the greatest common factor, the first step that you do is to, 1, list the factors. So if you can remember the name greatest common factor, you're going to remember how to find the greatest common factor. First, you list the factors, second, and then third, and we'll get to each step here soon. So we have a pair of numbers, 15 and 24. We want to find the GCF. First, we list the factors. So step 1 is listing factors. Factors are numbers that go into another number evenly. Okay. So we have 15. 1 goes into all whole numbers evenly, and then 1 times 15 equals 15. 2 does not go into 15, however 3 does. 3 goes into 15 5 times, therefore 5 is also a factor. 4 doesn't go in, so I'm set. The factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15. Looking at these factor pairs, 1 times 15, 3 times 5. Please make sure when you are doing this to get the factor pair. A lot of times students, oh yeah, 3 goes into 15, and then we forget the 5. 3 goes in how many times? Make that pair so that you don't forget any. Then with 24, 24 has lots of factors, but we always start with 1. 1 times what equals 24? 24, of course. 2 also goes into 24. 2 goes into 24 12 times. 3 goes into 24 because 2 plus 4 equals 6, and 3 goes into that sum. So 3 goes in how many times? 8. 4 also goes into 24, and 4 times 6 equals 24. Okay. We've listed the factors. Step 1, check, we're done. Move on to step 2. That's to find what's common amongst these two lists. So, hey look, 1 is common in both lists, and 3 is common in both lists, and nothing else. So we've circled what's common. Step 1, list the factors. 2, find what's common. Step 2, check. And 3, find the greatest common factor, meaning which one's the biggest out of the ones I've circled. Well, 1 or 3. Pretty tough to decide that. So 3 is the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor of 15 and 24 equals 3. Okay? So sometimes we'll see this as this number pair in fractions. So I just want to show you that. Let's just do 12/18. 12/18 as a fraction. And you might say, find the GCF. This is a very good skill to have when simplifying your answers, which we'll have to do at any time we get an answer now. We need to learn to simplify. So finding the GCF, the greatest common factor, very useful skill. So step 1, find the factors and list them. Okay, 1, 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Those are the factors of 12. 18, 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. 4 doesn't go in, 5 doesn't go in. I'm set. So, check. Found the factors. Listed them. Find the commons. I like to circle them just so I don't miss anything. 1 and 2 are the same. 3 is the same as well. 6 is the same also. Nothing else is common or the same between these two lists. So the greatest common factor, or the GCF, of 12/18 equals the biggest same factor, 6 wholes. In the next lesson, simplifying fractions, I'll talk about why the greatest common factor comes in handy.